Well, first of all, let's just quickly, I'm just going to touch on the American women's soccer team thing there, because it's been driving me nuts. I want to tell you something, and I'm very sorry, America. I'm very, very sorry, America. And I said on my Hall of Fame speech, I said, and it was the 4th of July yesterday, and I'm probably going to get disowned from England, but happy fucking birthday, America. Right? And I said some nice things about America, and I said I love living here, it's a land of opportunity and all the rest of it. So I'm not talking shit. But let me tell you this, hardly anybody outside of America gives a fuck about the Women's World Cup. You know, they don't. Only because America keep winning it, all of a sudden it's a big fucking deal. Nobody's talking about that anywhere else unless you're a female soccer player, football player, pardon me. And for them to be saying that they want paid the same as men, listen, I get it, and I'm all about equality, and if you're doing the same job, it makes sense. But that is not how sports work. It's a supply and demand. Not a lot of people watch women's soccer. They don't. Women's soccer is not one of the highest paid sports because TV networks aren't paying billions or hundreds of millions of dollars for the rights. They're not selling out 60,000 seat stadiums at hundreds of locations across the world every single weekend for women. It's just, I'm sorry, the two sports are not equal, so they will never get paid the same money. And that's not because one has a penis and one has a vagina. That's simply because the demand for women's football or soccer isn't there. It just isn't. And they're going to have to deal with that.
The numbers are out there and I don't have them offhand. I wish maybe Brian could try to look them up. But men's World Cup makes like whatever. Somebody said it the other day. It's like a crazy amount of money. It's like such an insane amount of money. And then the Women's World Cup makes like 100th of that. It's such a fraction of what it is that it's simple business. Let me explain to you something about business. Anybody, okay? Michael Bisping, you run a couple businesses. You've invested in businesses. You're yourself as a fighter. You're a business. We have Gas Digital here in the merchandising business and all this other stuff. We want to make money. Fuck sexism. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody who's running a business is going like, you know what? I want him to succeed because he's got a dick. I don't give a shit, dude. I want to fucking send my son to the best school. I want to take him on vacations. I want to have nice things. I want to succeed. And if the path to success is by working with a woman, and more power to you. I'm telling you right now, that is the way, especially corporations, they would love to be able to use the equal pay and to be able to use sort of social justice as a marketing tool. If they could pay women that much and use that as marketing, they would. But there's no fucking way to do it. There's no money there.
No, there isn't. Well, there's some money there. There's some. Are we still talking about women's soccer, football? Yeah, well, there's some money there, but there's just no way they can football players in England and all over Europe and probably in Brazil, well, they'll come over to the European leagues. They're some of the highest paid athletes, if not the highest paid athletes in the world. There's a few outliers. You've got Conor McGregor, you got some like Roger Federer, tennis players, some Formula One drivers, but the majority of them are, and you got Floyd Mayweather, of course, a couple of boxers. Anthony Joshua's probably creeping in there, but you know, typically footballers, man, they make ridiculous money, and I mean ridiculous money, because it's the most watched sport in the world. It is. Outside of North America, the whole world watches it. You know, North America's not too keen on it, although it does seem to be growing massively over here. I do feel that. I do sense it. I see it on TV more. I see more people talking about it. I see your face lighting up like a Christmas tree. What have you read on the internet?
Well, I'm looking at the Forbes top athletes, the world's highest paid athletes from this year. The top three are footballers. Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Neymar are the number three. Canelo Alvarez, number four. Roger Federer, this is 2019, I guess because Mayweather didn't fight that many times. Roger Federer, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, and Kevin Durant. So tennis, boxing, football, and basketball. Yeah, dude, but the top three spots go to football players. But it's supply and demand. You're completely right, dude. People, if they're going to spend the money on it, I'm telling you right now, it's as simple as that. There's no conspiracy here. Not today, not 2019. I get in the 50s that, like, you know, look, throughout history, yes, women have been held back and they've been marginalized and they're not taken as seriously, but not today. That's just not going on right now. If you're a woman right now and you got a good idea, guess what? You're going to probably get fucking rich. Simple as that. You cannot complain if you're a woman in 2019 about being treated unfairly, because they're laying out the fucking red carpet for you.
Oh, 100%. And the thing is, they're different products, they're different entities. So you can't just go up and say, well, I'm going to call it football because it's football where I come from. You can't just look and say, well, hold on, I play football as well, and I'm the best women's player or best player or whatever for the best team, so I want the same money. No, women's teams, women and men do not play on the same team, right? So they're different contracts. And if the TV network will look at it and say, hold on, here's how many views we get, here's how many advertisers, how much advertising dollars we can make from this product, so here's what we're willing to pay you. They're completely separate entities, nothing to do with sexism. So hold on, what was I going to say there? I forgot. Oh, and I was going to say, regarding women and working with them, if any women watching this, or any men for that matter, I've got an idea for a great TV show for me and Lewis. Right, we're spitballing. We've got some ideas with them. A meeting with a production company soon. And if a woman comes up with the right idea, then guess what? We're doing it, and we're working with a woman.
Let's rock and roll, bitch.
Amanda Nunez. Wow. Amanda bloody Nunez.
She's a fucking badass, dude. She's a bad bitch. I love Amanda Nunez. She's dude. I mean, it's just she's also another one where we've talked about this for years now. You get people that once they get into the UFC, it's one thing. They jump up a level. But then once they become like legitimately a title contender, they almost jump up another level. And then once you get the title, it's like you're at your absolute. It's not even just like, I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but like you're training for the absolute best fighter always in the world at all times. You have more money available to you. You have more, the better training partners available to you. You have more resources available to you. You become sort of the absolute best version of yourself. I think most of the time, when you sort of go through that trajectory, and Amanda Nunez is definitely that story. I mean, Amanda Nunez today, I think, would murder Amanda Nunez from 5 years ago. She looks so good.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. I mean, if you look at the record, back in 2015, well, prior to that, in 2014, she got beat off Kat Zingano. Now, she went out there and was putting a beating on Kat Zingano, but then she gassed and Kat finished her. But since then, she seems to have got her cardio under control. I mean, then she beat Shayna Baszler. She kicked her leg off. It was disgusting. Then she choked out Sarah McMahon. She took Valentina Shevchenko to a decision, beat the piss out of Miesha Tate in one round, destroyed Ronda Rousey in one round, fought Valentina Shevchenko again, beat her by decision again, beat Raquel Pennington by punches, Chris Cyborg inside one round, and then head kicks Holly Holm's head off in one round. I mean, Holly Holm, Chris Cyborg, Shevchenko, Ronda Rousey, Miesha Tate. I mean, come on, this is crazy. I mean, talk about, the best of the best of the best.
And she's just tearing through them, not even close fights, just absolutely destroying these women. I mean, it is like head and shoulders. I just don't know who else you put in there. I mean, Holly Holm was sort of like, there was a story there because maybe stylistically she can figure out the distance. She can maybe kick her. She kicked Ronda Rousey in the head. Who the fuck can you put in against this woman? She destroys everybody.
Well, she doesn't destroy everybody. She beat Valentina Shevchenko by decision twice. And Shevchenko is naturally smaller. Remember, Nunez fought at 145. Shevchenko's now at 125.
Right.
So and they were competitive fights. But I'd still say pound for pound, number one female fighter, Amanda Nunez, number two, Shevchenko. And it's a close number two, but Nunez is just destroying people, as is Shevchenko. But still, let's keep it on Nunez. It was her night. I thought Holly Holm was going to go out there, dance around, make it frustrating for her, use the boxing footwork, use her jab, all the rest of it. And she was doing that, but she wasn't really engaging, right? But at some point, you've got to engage. And she was trying to use that side kick to the leg, or an oblique kick, which people call it. It's not an oblique kick, it's a side kick to the leg, but whatever. Depends if you turn your foot inside or outside. Long story. But as soon as she started doing that, but we saw that Nunez was looking for the high kick, and then she kind of timed it perfectly, because Holly picked the leg up to throw that side kick to the leg, and then she waited for it to come down, and boom, threw the head kick, connected perfectly, and it was just great. It really was. I mean, and I mean, who is there left for her to fight? I mean, a rematch with Cyborg, okay, 100%. I'd like to see that, because the first one was vicious. But once she does that,
51-second knockout, it was nuts.
No, but once, if she beats Cyborg again, who the hell is that? I mean, Jermaine Durandame is fighting this weekend. There's her. She's definitely got very, very good skills as well. I could see her actually giving a good fight. But I think that's probably the only one left. Once she's taken her out, she might as well bloody retire. And it's annoying for her because she's so good, but her problem is going to be having competition now.